Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm Jordan Smith. Happy Easter to all of you who celebrate at home. Our weather team is keeping track of some rain that's arriving right now in the inland northwest, and a flood watch was just issued today. So we'll kick things over to meteorologist Matt Gray. Matt, what do you know?
All right, a lot of rain over the next couple of days, and so we have a new flood watch that I want to make sure that you are aware of. Your first alert from Republic to Sandpoint to Bonners Ferry, Menilene Falls, south into places like Loon Lake. We have this flood watch, which is going to begin tomorrow afternoon. Will continue all the way through the day on Tuesday. We're going to see some heavy rain, especially up in the mountains. Potential for some flooding in some of those smaller creeks and low-lying areas with all of that rain coming down, and melting snow coming down in the mountains as well with all this rain, plus the potential for some rock slides as we begin to kind of saturate the ground. Because of this, depending on how things go on Monday and where we see the heaviest rainfall, we have a possible weather alert day. Localized flooding for northeast Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. Once again, that's going to be right around the time of that flood watch, Monday night and into Tuesday. We're going to see how things evolve for Monday, but either way, it is going to be wet. Just the question is going to be just how wet will it be? It certainly is a little soggy right now as you look across the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene metro region. Lots of rain. It's going to be very rare to find a break in the action. Even if it's just a little sprinkle, that's going to keep going for the vast majority of the night. We've got some heavier rain as well pushing into the Palouse region just north of Pullman and Moscow. And so south of I-90 is going to get the bulk of the rain tonight. As we head into tomorrow, things are going to begin to lift to the north a little bit. Either way, around the metro, your rain chances just about as high as they can get. We have one break in the wet weather for your Monday, so you're going to want to plan around that because it's going to be pretty soggy the rest of the time. That's coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Matt, thanks for that. Dozens of war veterans from the inland northwest are taking a special trip tomorrow morning. For the first time this year, a local organization called Inland Northwest Honor Flight is taking them to Washington, D.C., where many memorials are built to honor veteran service. Our Peter Choi had an opportunity to speak to one veteran today about why this trip is so special to him and so many other heroes.
Jordan, as time goes on, sometimes it can be easy for us to forget to recognize those who serve this country and made sacrifices for us. On Monday morning, dozens of Inland Northwest veterans from World War II, Korean War, and the Vietnam War will be on their way to Washington, D.C. I spoke to one of these veterans who tells me he's thrilled to see memorials built just for them.
I never have. No, I've never regretted it.
In 1952, a 21-year-old U.S. soldier took his first step into the country that he's never been before.
There's another one. I was in the 25th Division there.
More than 70 years later, a Korean War veteran, Mick Buzzard, still remembers the times in Korea.
It was quite an experience. There was a lot of them that went through a lot worse than I did, but you go where they send you and you do what they tell you.
He says it will be an overwhelming experience by seeing names of his battle buddies at the memorials who he went through trainings with.
I know of a couple that would probably be on there that I had heard that I went through basic training and everything with it.
The local organization Inland Northwest Honor Flight is taking 1 World War II, 7 Korean War, and 92 Vietnam War veterans on Monday's flight to memorials dedicated to honor their service. Veterans are flying out from the Spokane International Airport with a celebration at 6:30 Monday morning in the Alaska Airlines baggage claim area. They will be returning to Spokane at 7:30 Tuesday evening. The organization says the public is encouraged to attend and send them off and welcome them home.
We were all willing to put our life on the line, and do what our job was, what we had to do.
Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Certainly going to be a powerful moment there, Peter. Thanks for that. And expect some delays on I-90 heading westbound near Ritzville. We're told a U-Haul and boat flipped, and this is partially blocking the highway. Traffic is moving through the right lane, something we'll be keeping our eye on as this evening progresses. Lawmakers in Olympia passed a bill which would ban the import and sale of popular rifles, including AR-15s. Some of which would be banned include semi-automatic rifles less than 30 inches, fixed magazines with a capacity to accept more than 10 rounds, semi-automatic shotguns with one or more additional features. Now, the bill does not ban firearms from people who already own them. There were amendments made to the bill, so it will head back to the House before being sent to Governor Jay Inslee's desk. So to learn more about this bill, you can head to our website, KXLY.com. A federal judge in Spokane ordered U.S. authorities to not make any changes that would restrict access to abortion medication, mifepristone. That ruling countering a ruling made by a judge in Texas that ordered a hold on the federal approval of the drug. And it's the same drug that Governor Inslee bought a 3-year supply of to ensure Washingtonians will continue to have access to abortion medication. The drug has been widely used in the U.S. since 2000. Meantime, Planned Parenthood is speaking out in condemning the recent passing of Idaho's abortion trafficking bill, which made it illegal for adults to transport minors to get an abortion without their parents' consent. That bill has been coined as the abortion trafficking bill. Governor Little signed this bill into law 8 months after the Gem State instituted a complete abortion ban with limited exceptions. To avoid violating the constitutional right to travel between states, Idaho's law targets the in-state portion of the trip en route to an out-of-state abortion provider. But despite this, Planned Parenthood says their doors will continue to remain open to give people care.
Yeah, for folks seeking care here, they still can receive care from us. We will continue to abide by the HIPAA protections and other confidentiality that our clinics all follow anyway.
Under this new law, anyone who helps transport a pregnant minor out of state to obtain a legal abortion in another state without that parental consent could face anywhere from 2 to 5 years in prison. Maternity wards are closing across the country, forcing expectant mothers into long drives for care. According to a report by the healthcare consulting firm Charitas, 217 hospitals in the U.S. have closed their labor and delivery departments since 2011. The Charitas report says that the states with the highest loss of access to obstetrical care are Minnesota, Texas, Iowa, Kansas, and Wisconsin, with each losing more than 10 facilities. And one of the reasons for the closures is money. According to the American Hospital Association, 42% of births are paid for by Medicaid, which has low reimbursement rates. Other reasons also include a low volume of births and staffing and recruitment. A Norfolk Southern train derailed outside of Jasper, Alabama late Saturday night. Norfolk Southern says 11 cars and the lead locomotive derailed. The company also says the locomotive rolled onto its side and spilled diesel fuel and engine oil. 2 crew members were taken to the hospital, but they have since been released. The city of Spokane's funds to keep 2 critical shelters open could soon be running dry. What's next for the shelter system ahead? Plus, it's time to get your hands on some Girl Scout cookies, what you can expect this season.
And it was our first 60-degree day in the Spokane area since October 22nd. It has been a long time since we have seen weather this warm, and there is more on the way, but there's also a lot more rain to come as we end this soggy Easter Sunday in the Inland Northwest. Your forecast is coming up next.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Extreme Team.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
It's the sale that took the country by storm. Denver Mattress presents the smash hit Spring into Savings with fan favorites like
Sealy Comfort for me and better sleep too. And don't forget a free gift for you. Save up to $150.
the Athlete's Choice.
Get 3 years no interest financing.
I'm shipped free.
That's a 365 guarantee.
But don't wait. Spring into Savings at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Life, it doesn't stand still, and neither do you. And wherever you go, we're with you. We're Global Credit Union, formerly Alaska USA. For 75 years, enriching the lives of members and guiding them on their financial journeys, giving them the confidence to not just follow their dreams, but to chase them. The future? We're on it. Let's get there together. Global Credit Union. On we go.
Before the Xfinity 10G network, we didn't have internet that let us play all at once.
Every device in every room?
Why are you up here? With the fastest speeds, I can't even dream of what he'll be able to do.
Switch to gig internet on the Xfinity 10G network for $30 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile.
You have no idea how good you've got it.
Huh?
What a time to be alive.
Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity.
You've heard about credit card skimmers at gas pumps, but now they've made their way inside stores, and you won't believe how they're fooling customers and employees.
Everyone can be victimized by this.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor with 4 News Now. These new skimmers are more sophisticated and harder to spot.
This took all of but 10 seconds for them to install.
I'll show you how to beat the skimmer scammers and protect your money. Watch my special report Wednesday only on 4 News Now at 6.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
4 News Now is brought to you by Car Wash Plaza.
Time for your forecast, and it is going to be a soggy one. There is a reward, though, as we head later into the week. But no matter where you look now across the inland Northwest, we're starting to see rain. It's either there or it is very close by. And this is going to be really the entirety of our day on Monday, a good portion of Tuesday as well. We'll even see showers lingering on into Wednesday from this system. And it is bringing a lot of warm air along for the ride as well. In fact, that's why we're looking in the afternoon and during the evening. Might see a few thunderstorms pop up. I'll show you where coming up in a couple of minutes, but you can see we're back into the 60s tomorrow afternoon, and our lows are going to struggle to get down into the 40s because of the cloud cover and all of that warm, moist air. It's going to be feeding all of this rain. So I told you there's one period of the day where we'll have a little bit of a break from the wet weather in Spokane and in Coeur d'Alene, the metro specifically. That's going to be right around lunchtime. Not quite sure how long it's going to be, but once the rain stops, get outside, walk the dog, do whatever you got to do outdoors if you don't want to get soaked, because by the time it starts back up again, it's going to be even more intense than what we're going to see tonight and tomorrow morning. So let's simulate this out for you. We'll see kind of more lighter showers after this first wave kind of pushes past us later on this evening. Maybe see some very few minute little sprinkly breaks. Then as we head into the morning, and this is starting to be a trend in our computers, so we'll keep an eye on this and have an update for you at 11, is starting to get things pushed more to the north and out of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, closer to the morning commute. We're thinking at least by lunchtime. At least lunchtime, we're going to have that break in the wet weather in the metro. Further north, though, no break for you. It's just going to be raining and raining and raining some more from Omak all the way across into the Idaho Panhandle. Now, what we have in the afternoon, lots of warm, moist air around the Palouse, thunderstorms, and those storms will move into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene for the evening drive, and through any evening plans you might have, it's going to be stormy. And then that rain continues all night. Snow levels start to drop. Might see some snow in places like Lookout Pass, but here you wake up Tuesday morning, there's still rain hanging around and pop-up showers as we head into Tuesday and into Wednesday as well. So this is going to be a system for the long term that we're going to be dealing with here. Now, in particular, we're talking about some big rainfall totals in North Idaho. Potential for more than an inch in Coeur d'Alene, more than an inch in Sandpoint, pretty close to an inch in places like Colville and Bonners Ferry, and even higher rainfall totals in the mountains. That's why we're worried a little bit about some potential for some fall flooding, because all of that snow melt, it's going to melt the snow as well. All of that going to be coming out. Now, our rivers are really low, so we're not worried about river flooding, but some of those smaller creeks and streams, you got to keep an eye on that. Warm weather is certainly going to help melt some snow as well. 49 for a low tonight in Spokane, 50 for a low in Coeur d'Alene, and we're back up into the middle and upper 60s. Yeah, we're talking about thunder for a reason. 80s in Lewiston, 70s in Pullman. Warm, tropical air, and a lot of rain coming along. With the flooding concerns, that possible weather alert day in the yellow box, we'll keep you updated through that on Monday as we go along. Wednesday, it's going to be cold enough that we may see a little bit of wintry mix. So, yeah, some pretty wild spring weather. But the back end of the week and next weekend is looking nice.
Wild weather all across the map there, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, if you're wanting to get out and do a little bit of exploring, we have just the place for you. In tonight's Air 4 adventure, we take you to Hayden, Idaho's English Point.
We're at English Point, and I'm taking a little run with Stella, my dog.
We were just hiking with the dog and looking at the flowers.
There's short trails on this side that you can just, they're like 0.6 of a mile. The other side in the yellow loop, it's over 3 miles.
It's a wonderful place, and it's being found, unfortunately.
Gorgeous out here. You see all kinds of animals. I've seen owls, deer, moose, and it's quiet, although now it's starting to get a little more busy. You can see the lake. You can see lots of the forest. I love it when Harleen was here and it's quiet and you feel like you're really in a peaceful place.
It's wonderful. It's so close to town, and it's just a nice hike. It's an easier trail, so that's why I like it. To see people out enjoying themselves and their dogs.
It's a great place to come out and bring your family and bring your dog and enjoy the outdoors in North Idaho.
The Trent Resource and Assistance Center opened last September as an option for those living at Camp Hope and others experiencing homelessness in the region. Since then, it's gone from sheltering 150 people to 350 and can flex even more during extreme weather. But as the shelter rapidly changes its format, the city's funds might not be able to keep up. The original contract for TRAC was $7 million. After a change in providers and expanding the number of beds, that cost went up to $13 million, an amount the city cannot sustainably fund. Last year, City Council approved an operating contract for the shelter, but during that time, the original provider, the Guardians, had an employee embezzle funds from the nonprofit. The city then made the Salvation Army the new operator of the shelter. Between that and expanding the amount of beds and services available, TRAC and the Cannon Shelter's funding is set to run out in May.
But the fact is, at our current levels, we don't have the means to fund this. And so we are going to have to either find different sources of revenue, or we're going to have to make some changes in the operations. And that's really the only options that we have at this point in time.
As for what will happen next for the city's shelter system, that's all up in the air at this point. Well, it is time to get your Girl Scout cookie fix on. It's that time of year where our local Girl Scouts will be out selling cookies in the community this month. And you can expect all your cookie favorites from Adventurefuls, Tagalongs, Thin Mints, Samoas, all the classics there. The cookies cost $5 a box, with certain specialty flavors priced at $6. But every cookie you buy goes right back to our local Girl Scouts, funding their programs and their overall growth in the organization.
It's just a really neat program for us. 70% of our revenue comes from cookie sales, and when the community buys cookies from the girls, are helping that girl right there.
Now is the time to stock up, and you can find a cookie booth near you on the Girl Scouts website or buy online from the local Girl Scouts just by downloading the app.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Yee! Classic beef and cheddar hard. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
It's all about fun food, relaxation, low room prices, and more fun. Cure your spring fever at North Idaho's most welcoming casino, the Kootenai Casino. April is Progressive Super Spends Month, and it's your chance to win big while paying so little for your getaway. Our April Kootenai Falls Lodge and Riverview rooms are specially priced. If amazing gaming is what you want, book a Spring Fever getaway. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
For a limited time only, get a new John Deere 1023E compact utility tractor with a 120E loader for only $199 per month. Take advantage of this exclusive offer for low monthly payments on top-of-the-line equipment that gets the job done, backed by our consistent quality customer service. Hurry in to your local Pape Machinery, Ag, and Turf store today to cash in on these limited time offers and get your property ready for the spring ahead. Pape keeps you moving.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
Maybe spring weather isn't so unpredictable. Weatherproof your plans with the 4 News Now First Alert Weather Team. On air, online, and on the app. That's what we mean when we say, expect more.
Arby's, 2 for $7. Every day, a classic, a favorite, an Arby's legend. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Well, the Seattle Mariners entered Sunday winners of 3 of their last 4 and looking for the sweep of the Cleveland Guardians as they continue to climb out of the hole they dug themselves in the first week of the season. And one of the ways that they can get back to where they need to be is at the plate. The M's are currently tied for 19th in runs and 22nd in batting average. But like we've said before, it's still early on. Let's not panic just yet. Well, in the top of the first inning, Seattle goes right to work with a man on for Cal Raleigh. He sends this ball to deep right field, a 2-run shot, and exactly the start you need if you're the Mariners. For Raleigh, that's his first home run on the season. Ems would keep it going leading into the 9th, but with Matt Brash in to close it out, Cleveland down to their last out, and Will Brennan with a deep fly ball to right. Teoscar Hernandez can't make the grab. 2 runs come home, and we got a tie ball game at 3 apiece, so we head to extras. In the 10th, Raleigh trying to be the hero once again, but with the bases loaded and 2 outs, he instead hits a little dribbler down to first, and yeah, he even knows he's going to be out there. And the Guardians get out of the jam. What a missed opportunity to get some runs. To the bottom of the 12th we go. Cleveland with runners on 2nd and 3rd. Josh Bell with a little roller back to the pitcher. Throw to the plate, not in time, and Cleveland wins this one in walk-off fashion to avoid the sweep, and they drop Seattle to 4-6 on the season. To the Mariners' credit, they were able to get 6 runs off of 9 hits, but the killer stat from today, they strand 9 runners on base, and that's just something you can't do.
We hung in there. We found ways to come back in the extra innings to score runs. We just couldn't shut them down. And at the end of the day, we were out of pitching. We were going to have to throw a position player. Just some guys were down today, and you can't go to them. But heck of an effort by our guys. Really grinded through it. Like I said, real resilient to keep finding ways to put pressure on them and score runs. But 2 very evenly matched teams. You know, they got it done at the end.
Seattle will continue their road trip with a stop in Chicago for a 3-game series with the Cubs starting tomorrow evening. And with many college football teams already in the thick of their spring practices, on Friday, it was Eastern Washington's turn to hit the red turf for their first time since November. And despite going just 3-9 in the 2022 season, the Eagles return as many as 42 letter winners, including 6 starters on offense and 8 on defense. And while we still have a long way to go before the season opener against North Dakota State on September 2nd. This is the time of year where the team is focused on getting stronger and doing whatever they can to create some chemistry between position groups, all while staying within the NCAA rules.
We focused on lifting, less cardio, and more of the physical element of pushing weight, staying on platforms, again, 4 and 5 times a week, mixed with some what we call winter ball, winter conditioning, if you will, but try to develop some competitive juices in the football landscape without a football in our hands, per the NCAA rules.
For me, I'm trying to get my body fat percentage to single digits, so that's me personally, but as a team, just getting timing with the QBs and stuff like that, just simply throwing with them every day, just little things here and there. So like when we get out there today, like hopefully we're on the same page, even though it's day one.
Eastern Washington will wrap up their spring ball with the annual Red-White game on Friday, April 28th from Roos Field. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino.
It's the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. And right now, every sofa, dining table, and bed is on sale. Save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles. Plus, get 3 years no interest. The home makeover sale, on now at Furniture Row.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups or get $3,750 total value on a 2023 Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Are you ready for a fresh new bath or shower? Well, now is the best time with 50% off installation and no interest and no payments for 1 year. Hi, I'm Christina, and it's time to flip your old worn-out bath or shower with Jacuzzi Bath Remodel today. Everyone knows the Jacuzzi brand, but did you know they can install a gorgeous bath or shower that feels incredible in as little as 1 day? Now that's the total bathroom beauty that I love at a price you can afford. With one call to Jacuzzi Bath Remodel, you can effortlessly transform that old, ugly eyesore into the stunning bath or shower of your dreams that you'll love for years to come.
Call or go online to jacuzzibathremodel.com to get up to 50% off installation, and you may qualify for no interest and no payments for 12 months. Plus, we'll give you a safety upgrade free. Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-992-2465. Call now.
4 News Now anchor team, not just in the newsroom, but in the community. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. We're the friendly faces you see first thing in the morning and at the end of your day. We're the people you trust on your screens and in real life. And we'll always be there when you need us. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
Don't make a fuss. Spring into savings at Denver Mattress. You'll shop brands like
Sealy and Temper
and Purple too. 3 years no interest. Ship free to you.
Denver Mattress.
What kind of weather is there going to be this week? Yes.
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 Every weather.
Everything. If there is something that you will like on here, for sure, definitely make sure you got the raincoats out for the next couple of days as we stay soggy.
Yeah, thanks. Trying to inch closer to warm weather, and it just keeps getting away from us. Yeah. It just won't happen. We're close.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.